What's happening? So when Journey Together first came out, the big card was the counter to Dragapult in Lillie's Clefairy EX. I decided to make a deck that used 4 of them. So let's go to the deck list. Lillie's Clefairy EX. With the Fairy Zone ability, all Dragon Pokemon are automatically weak to all your Psychic Pokemon. It is not just Lillie's Clefairy, it's all Psychic Pokemon. Now, this is the only one we're going to play anyway, because it only charges up in 2 energy, and we play a Crispin, so we can charge it up in 1 turn, and it's a basic. And we have the tool Lillie's Pearl, which brings it from a 2 prizer down to a 1 prizer if it's just knocked out from damage while it's in the active. So I decided to go with the Noctowl engine, which obviously means we got to play some Tera Pokemon. So let's go with 2 Pikachu EX, because we know that's a big pain to try to deal with, and Cornerstone. Either one of those are going to hinder your opponent in some way, shape, or form while you're trying to get ready. Now, we can get ready on turn 1 and start attacking. All we need is a Clefairy and a Crispin. And its attack is 20 times however many Pokemon are down on both benches. So if you were a Raikou fan, here it is. So of course we play the area 0 to try to get as many Pokemon down as we can to up the damage with a tiny 1 prizer. You have 190 HP 1 prizer, as long as you can get down that Lillie's Pearl. We play 4, so the chances are every single Clefairy is going to have one. Now I tossed around which A-Spec to do. I went with the Secret Box because that's the one that's going to get me my stadium. I think that is one card that we could debate back and forth and maybe use Prime Catcher for another Gust, or maybe even Precious Trolley. Those are the ones I tossed around, but I settled on Secret Box. So don't forget to check out the Damage Counters podcast. We posted our first video on Monday. Go check it out. And the other thing I wanted to let you know is I'm headed to Atlanta this weekend. If you want to keep track how I do, make sure you log on to X, follow me, and I will post every round as I go. First goal of that tournament is to day 2. I've been close before. I think I got it. So I'm going to go hit the ladder and let's see if we find any Dragapults so we can one-shot them. Let's go see the deck in action. All right, let's go. We got Latias. Ooh, that is amazing. All right, so we'll get these 2 down. Right, we will get, let's see. We don't know if we need Cornerstone, but we're going to get a Clefairy down. Cool, we've got our there. We're going to put that there. We'll put the energy. Do I want to get, yeah, let's get another Noctowl, or Hoothoot, sorry. So now we can get Noctowls with Fan Rotom. We already have that down, so we'll get a couple Noctowls out and a Fan Rotom, because that thins. And don't need to do anything else in turn. All right, so this is awesome. We can now get Noctowl. Put that down. Go get a Crispin. All right, we want a Crispin, which will get another energy there and an energy to retreat. And hopefully we can hit whatever is in the active. And there we go. All right. Nest Ball. I can also get, I can definitely go get, what am I thinking of? Secret Box. So if I go get Secret Box, I can boss, no, I have to get Crispin, but I can set up for next turn. They're going to be a Hoothoot deck as well. So let's see what their attacker is. Wow, they got 3 Hootoots. And they're going to Iono. Well, that stinks because my Noctowls go down to the bottom. So that's a bit... Maybe I get a Crispin? No, but I did find energy. And I did find Pokegear. So there's their Wellspring. They got their Vessel, so I'm not going to be able to do much. I really need to find a Crispin now. Okay. Got their Wellspring. They're going to choose the active. They're going to go with Fan Rotom, which is fine. There's a Pikachu. All right. Give it to me, Crispin. Yes. All right, so we got Crispin. So we will get one of these and one of those. So we will keep this in our hand and attach there. Then attach a metal. Then we can retreat. Come on up. And I think I'll just leave it there. I don't want to give them more. So we'll hit for 200, taking the knockout. Right? I could hit for more. Well, actually I can't. But we only have a 1 prizer up there. There's the other Hoothoot I wanted, which is going to help. Now let's see what they get to. Because I can place the Area 0, place the Hoothoot, place the Pikachu. I can go get a Noctowl for Secret Box. And let's see. All right, so they are going to Torrential Pump. That's fine. They're going to Boss. And they're going to knock down both my Hoothoots. Torrential Pump, Hoothoot gone. So they are taking 2 prizes. Fair. Whole point of the deck is to take 1 prize. Now, can I get enough? I need 3. There's 2. I need 1 more because I have the Area 0. And then I can knock out Ogerpon. See if I can get it. Actually, I should be able to. There's a Noctowl, of course. Too late. There we go with that. Here we go with this. Now I can do Arven for Nest Ball. And the tool there. We are going to Nest Ball for Fez. That puts 1 down, and now I just need something else. Give me 1. Come on, flip the script. Give me another one. So, yes, I got Clefairy, which can get the Lillie Pearl on it. And now, do I want to get down Ogerpon? I mean, I'm hitting 220. I'm hitting just enough, but we're going to put it down. And we're going to put the... Let's see. Can they hit 2-9? I don't think they can do it. I would have to find another Crispin, but I can. So let's do this. So then I have a potential with a Crispin to have 2 attackers. 240. Taking 2 prizes. I think that worked really well on that turn. Area 0, they can't use that now. I get 2 prizes. And Super Rod, which will put in a bunch of my Hoothoots, and then I can Nest Ball them back. At least 1 of them. And I got a Noctowl. So depending on what they do, I could just boss something up. 2 prizer. If they leave like Noctowl in the active. I just boss, which I already have. And boss the Clefairy, whatever that I want. Alright, so this is pretty good. I mean, if you look at my board, right? I've got all 1 prizers. I've got 2 Pokemon you can't knock out 1-hit KO. And I got my Ogerpon, which anything with an ability can't attack. The only liability here is Fezandipiti, but that's always a liability. Doesn't matter the deck it's in. Alright, let's see. They are going to Noctowl. Use the Jewel Seeker. Did they use a supporter? No. Okay, so they're going to probably get a supporter. If it's Iono, that would really stink because I kind of have everything I need. Worst case scenario is I just bring up this Pikachu here and let it sit in the active. And they're just helping Clefairy. There's their Crispin. So I'm not going to get Iono'd. I don't think they play Stamp. I think they already played Crystal. Always got to think about it. So they're going to get a Grass. All right, so they're going to go with Ogerpon. Meaning I have to get my Ogerpon ready. Or just boss. That's the cool thing here. I can just boss. Energy switch. Attach. And we will just boss. This is a Tera anyway. So we'll just boss their Fezandipiti and get rid of it. Demolish for 140. Which is fine because now what I'm going to do is get... Oh wow, I have a lot of energy here. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go get Hoothoot and the energy back in. Okay. I am going to boss. I have to. So let's boss you. Let's go get down my other Hoothoot. Boom. We'll place the energy. I know there's one in there, so we'll place that energy there. I'm not going to get a Crispin yet. And we're going to hit for 320. Knocking this thing out. Boom, boom. I could get a boss. I got a Noctowl. I've got a Lillie's Pearl. I don't know what they're going to do. Yeah, they're going to knock this thing out. But I'm gonna hit their... I just need one. Oh, maybe I should have put it on Lillie's Clefairy so I could just boss up anything. They are going to Iono, and I have 2 Noctowls. I'm going to go down to 1 card. They're going to counter catcher my Fez, but they're not going to knock it out. All right, so let's see what we get in this 1 card. It's a Crispin. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to give them... I mean, what can attack? I can't attack anything. I'm going to Crispin get things ready. So I'm going to retreat into... All right, so let's go. We definitely want this one and that one. Here we go. We're going to keep this in our hand, put Fez down, and we're going to give him Fan Rotom. Get this ready. Retreat. There's Fan Rotom. Do your worst. I want you to knock it out so I can Fez to try and get... Because now that I have Lillie's Clefairy ready to go, I just need a boss. And literally boss anything. I mean, Lillie's Clefairy is a 1-prizer hitting for 320. It's pretty nuts. So I'm guessing by the lack of play, it's safe to assume that they left. Come on. Arvin, we will go with Secret Box tool here. Can't even use a Secret Box. So we'll just pass since they didn't want to knock me out. We only need the 1 card. Secret Box will get me a boss. I also need an energy. I think this is going to be one of those where we win because they were inactive too long. No! Oh, totally wrong. I'm glad I'm wrong. I want to finish this. The thing is, they need a knockout. And no matter who they knock out, I can come back. And now that I have Secret Box, hit Fez. If they hit out Fez, I come up, hit Secret Box, get my boss, game over. If they don't hit Fez, I use Fez to get everything I need, and we just boss anything. We have them at checkmate because we have too many attackers that... are ready to go. 1 energy short on Ogerpon here. Lillie's Pearl is just ridiculous. Lillie's Pearl, Pokemon is attached to, is knocked out by damage. They take only 1 prize card. That's crazy. Now, they can actually win if they get to boss up Clefairy. That would be crazy. Because they can torrential pump and actually still win this, taking 4 prizes. Okay, what am I going to do? What? Counter catcher. Counter catcher's useless. I could do Crispin. They're going to sob to try to find the boss after this. So we'll do this. We're not going to do anything else, and we'll just assault landing. They are going to try to find a boss. And if they find the boss, that would be so bad that we lose because of Sob. I definitely need to put 2 Switch in here. I think we're going to go down from the Pokegear. Didn't realize I didn't have any Switch. But I think 2 Switch would be good. Because I might want to use 1 in the beginning and the end. And yeah, they don't have it. Woo! Close one. We're going to go make that, get 2 Switches and go to game 2. All right, Iron Hands. Ooh, glad I started with Pikachu instead of Fan Rotom. So there's Fan Rotom. There's that. Let's go get Lillie's Clefairy. Only because I can attach energy. Not only, but I can attach energy and the Pearl, making it an awesome 1-prizer. All right, Fan Rotom's going to get me 1 Hoothoot and 2 Noctowls. Because next, I'm going to be able to do what I got to do. I can attach an energy. Noctowl can get me a switch. And let's see. Secret Box? I think I get Secret Box. Because if I get Secret Box, I still have it. I can get rid of 3 cards. And then boss up whatever I want to knock this thing out. Joltik. Alright, so that's Galvantula. So they're going to try to item lock me. Alright, so I got to play that Secret Box ASAP. Especially, I got to get around this Pikachu just like they do. So they're going to try to use the Pikachu. Alright, Area 0. Boom. Alright, we'll place this. So I definitely need a switch. I have a Tera, so I can play Noctowl. So we need a switch. Jewel Seeker, yes. We need a switch. Boom. And let me make sure how many Pokemon are down there. I've got only a Noctowl. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a full bench, so I'm hitting 220. So let's do this. Boom. Because then I can boss. I think I have to. Here we go. Let's go get Ogerpon. Scare him there for a little bit. Boom. And I have not used Secret Box or anything. Yeah, I'm hitting for 220. So let's do this. Let's Noctowl. Now I can boss and get my Fez too, yes. So boss, because that's what I want to do. And do this and go get my Fez. So boss, Miraidon, and get my Fez, yes. I guess, well, because now Fez actually produced 240. That's okay. I don't need to hit hands anyway. I got 2 of them. I care more about Miraidon. I want to get around Pikachu. There's my Secret Box, so I couldn't even have gotten it. Who knew? All right, now we're going to boss one more time. We're also going to get... yeah, now I don't have to worry about it. They're going to Crispin. So they're going to take 1 lousy card. Okay, we can deal with that. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with Fan Rotom to knock out their Pikachu. Well, not knock it out, but put damage on it. And then I could come up with Ogerpon after. Ultra Ball. What do they have? Mew, Fez. All right, so they can use the Fez. Definitely shouldn't use the boss. Should have just knocked out and saved the boss. But that's okay. Secret Box would get me my other balls. Actually, no. What do I want? I can't Crispin. Yeah, I think we'll just hit this. And we can use Crispin if we can find it. Actually, I can. Alright, so there's Area 0. Let's Fez. Let's see what we get. Alright, there's Crispin. So we can get some energy out. Because then I can get... Alright, so let's do this. Let's Crispin. Get some energy. I'll put this there. Put that there. And should I just bring up Ogerpon? Because they're not going to be able to get through Ogerpon. There is nobody there. Everybody's got an ability. Well, except, I guess, Iron Hands. Let's put this down. And now... I think I'll save the Secret Box so I can go get Crispin later. Alright, so we'll hit for 70. Get Crispin later. They only took... They knocked out Clefairy, but it's only 1. Rescue Board, they're going to come out. That's fine. Joltik. They're going to charge everybody up. Jolting charge. That's fine. Alright, so they're charging up Iron Hands. That makes sense. Now... Let's go get Clefairy. If I Secret Box, if I Crispin... Alright, so let's go here. I can't Counter Catcher yet. I should just take this out. Or do I get down another Noctowl? Alright, so let's get rid of this. And we'll get rid of... Let's see, what do I have here? It doesn't matter. We'll get rid of this. Alright, so now let's set up for next turn. Next turn, I can actually just hit this. I could actually Iono. Let's go with Iono. Let's get this down. Stadium. Tool. Right? Do I have a Noctowl and Hoothoot? I do. So let's just get this. All right, here we go. I got this. So we've got Lillie's Pearl. Put that down, so now it's a one prizer. We can go do Noctowl, Hoothoot. Oh, do I just want to Iono now to 4 cards? Yeah, let's Iono now to 4. I can get a little deeper. Yeah, they get 5. I'm not worried about it. I'm on the offense here. I did find a boss. So there we go. Hit this for 70, taking it out. Yeah, they're going to get 2 cards for Fan Rotom, but I'm just going to knock out Iron Hands with Clefairy and be done with it. Because Clefairy is only a 1 prizer. And Iron Hands can't hit it. Alright, flip the script. I think at this point I used my boss and just boss what? I mean, I could boss up anything. Actually, I would boss up Iron Hands with the energy. Alright, I have 2 Tera. Are they going to try to get rid of my Hoothoot? Let's see what they do. If they stay in the active... Alright, so they... Yeah, I mean, they should try to go for 2 cards. I just come up with Lillie's Clefairy, knock this thing out, stay, and then I just need 1 prize card. That's it. They're going to Iono. I mean, I get 3 cards. I get a little deeper, try to find that Noctowl. No, but I did find my Crispin. So the Crispin can load up enough. Lillie's Clefairy, and I'm only going to need 1 card. Alright, so there it is, 240. Yeah, they take 2 prizes. But I'm just going to knock this thing out. Alright, so there is... So I'm going to get Fezandipiti. Oh, there's the Noctowl anyway. Alright, this is fantastic. We are golden. Arvin. Alright, so if I Noctowl... So let's Super Rod. We're going to Super Rod a bunch of energy back in. So I can Crispin. And then what do I want to take out? Just got to make sure I... Then I can either boss up one of those. I do have 2 balls, right? I only used 1. That's not a boss. Good. Alright, so we can Crispin. We'll go with these 2. Doesn't really matter. We will keep this in my hand. Go here. Attach for here. So all I got to do is boss it up later. Not going to use the Noctowl. And Lillie's Clefairy hitting for 300. And I think I'm good. I just need 1. And all we got to do is find the other boss. There we go. That's it. Find the other boss. They're going to come back out with this Pikachu. If they don't knock out the Clefairy, all I need is to attach Noctowl, find the boss, boom. Knock out. Okay, you can do Blood Moon. Attack for free, yes. But again, I have 2 attackers ready to go. Unless they Iono me down to 1. But if they knock me out, I still get Fezandipiti. Alright, they're going to crisp. Which means no Iono. I'm cool with that. So that means I've got the win. As long as I don't think the other boss was prized. I think it was in there. I think that they put it back down when they Iono'd. Yep, they're trying to come up with the Pikachu to try to stop me. Nope, they're going to come up with Blood Moon. Knock out my Clefairy for 1 card. That's the key. 1 card. Instead of 2. Come on up. I've got a Tera down, obviously. Lillie's Pearl. Yeah, we got it. That's awesome. Alright, they get to go first, which is a good thing because I can't get out a Fan Rotom. But here's the problem. I believe this is a Froslass deck. So, what we need to do is... we play everything has... Literally, everything has an ability. So, we just got to try to win in 6 turns. And I can Crispin. So, Lillie's Pearl. I can Crispin some energy out. Put this here. And I can hit this out. So they can't do that. We're just going to try to win in 6 turns really quick. Not going to put anything else down. We're hitting for 100. I don't have a Tera down. All right, let's see what we got. Another energy. All right, so what I need to do is keep this energy in, because if they try to trap me, I can just come out and retreat. They're going to try to Badoo me again, which is not that big of a deal, because if they keep doing that, I just keep knocking them out. That Crispin was clutch. I am legit going to win on 6 turns. 5 more to go. I don't think they're going to place anything but 1 prizers, right? They're just going to keep doing this Froslass runaway draw. They're going to retreat into Badoo, item lock me. Now, that's the only thing. Because you're item locking me. Oh, and then Maractus, counter catcher. It's okay. I could just retreat. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, okay. Because you either got item lock or can't retreat. You don't have both. All right, so we come up. Let's see what we get here. Nothing. I'm not going to put anything down. We're good to go. This does 10 damage. No, we want to knock this thing out. Come on up. And hit for 120. Badoo's gone. They're going to try to come up with Maractus, is my guess. I need one of my Teras. Because unless they don't item lock me, I can get it with Arven. But I really need one of my Teras. Alright, so they're going to try to shimmy damage back across. They're going to Badoo me again. They're going to Iono. Okay, cool. It's actually, I just need a Tera. But I'm not going to be able to get it. Alright, they're going to do a lot of damage here in between turns to Clefairy. And I'm not going to be able to use items. Or they're going to let me use items. Let's see. Nope, no items. Alright, so I just Iono. Take again, knocking out Badoo. And I need to get this Noctowl going, because I'm not going to be able to use items. Alright, Freezing Shroud, they only got 1. They got 2, sorry. They got 2. It's going to add up fast. I only got a couple turns here. Can't use Nest Ball. Alright, so there's Lightning Energy. Do I want to put that down? No. Alright, so let's go. Here we go. We're going to Iono. I need... Come on, Pikachu. Something. No. Area 0 is not going to help. Nothing's going to help. Alright, we're just going to try to survive. We got 140. Fortunately, I don't have Iono. Come on, give me... I need too many things. There's another Hoothoot. Which, yes, it does help. But here's the problem is I'm going to run out of time. Because now they're going to chuck 30 damage across. Plus 2. I'm going to be at 120 by the time it comes back here. I'm not... unless they want to try to knock out my Hoothoot instead. Are they going to be able to item lock me one more time? How many Badoos do they have? 2. Which means they brought it back before. Arven, if it is a Night Stretcher, it is Unfair Stamp and Counter Gain. Well, Unfair Stamp is just going to be a little bit of luck. 3, Counter Gain. Oh, wow, it's gone. Unfair Stamp. Oh, this got to be something. Let's see. No, Fan Rotom is not it. And are they going to end? Is it going to end? No, it's not. I survived by 10. Which is pretty funny. But now I can use items. And they only get 1 prize card for that. Because it's Clefairy. And they're doing... Okay. Yes. This might work against them. Now I have to put Fan Rotom down. Otherwise I'm going to get... Alright, so we are now going to go get our Fet. Well, I have to. I don't have a choice. I need cards. And let's see. If I get a Clefairy, I do. I get a Clefairy. We put down another Hoothoot. Do I get a Crispin? Get an Arven. Alright, Arven. Let's see what we can get with Arven. Arven, we're going to need one of our... Alright, so we'll get Secret Box with the tool. So I can use next. We're going to put That's going to get knocked out anyway. And we're going to put Fan Rotom down. No, I'm going to do Crispin after. Alright, so we'll put that down there. End turn. Yes. I'm going to have to use Crispin. I mean, once I do that, I will be able to knock out Blood Moon. Should be enough. Or I should have get close enough to where Froslass is actually going to knock it out itself. They got a decision to make here. Of where they only have one Munkidori. Where are you going to take it off of? This is pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, they're going to go after the Hoothoot. Oh, they went after that Hoothoot. Oh, because they can't attack anyway. They have to switch out. Devolution's not going to do anything. Counter Catcher. Okay, but you can't attack unless you get a switch also. Another Devolution. And it's gone. Okay. I got to take this Ursaluna out. I think I could do it. Oh, buddy. Alright. We're just going to go like this. And they are going to get 2 prizes. I'm going to go here and get a Hoothoot. Because I will be able to use my secret box next. End turn. Froslass. It's doing its thing. I don't think they can take 5. Can they? Ooh. They can take 4. But that would be bad if they took my Froslass. Really bad. Fezandipiti. They can only take 2. Because they can Adrena Brain. And now I only need an energy. I don't need a Crispin. And I'm kind of happy that they're taking out 2. Because now I can... I have room for another Clefairy. What's funny is... their Froslass is going to knock out their Maractus soon. Because if I can get the Munkidori gone, the Froslass will knock out the Maractus. Or the Froslass will knock out... No! Oh, that's a killer. Because now I can't use my secret box. Oh, baby. That's a killer. But again, they can't attack. Oh, no. Freezing Shroud. Okay, that's gone. Freezing Shroud. It's close. That Maractus is close. Can I get an energy? Because they can't attack anyway. I get a Crispin. I do get an energy. They only need 1 card left. So let's do this. Let's get the energy. We got this. Maybe. This in my hand. There. I think I hit it out enough. 140 is enough. So 140 is enough because Freezing Shroud is going to take care of the rest. The question is, can they hit 110? Or 100? Now 90. They would have to hit 90. I mean, it's probably pretty easy. If not, the Maractus gets knocked out. And now I finally can use my secret box. Can they hit 90? They could if they find a... no. That's 60. Oh, that's the game. They're going to hit my Hoothoot. Alright, that was a good game, though. I'm not even mad. It was a little bit unlucky on my part. The unfair stamp was well played. And also the counter catcher on Fez. Alright. Of course, this has to be the one time I could not find a Dragapult. Had 3 good games, though. Wish I would have pulled out that last one. The unfair stamp and knocking out my Fezandipiti kind of messed that game up for me. So don't forget, check out the podcast, Damage Counters Podcast. There's a link in the description of this video. And also there's a link to my X account. I'm going to be posting round by round how I do. Hopefully it's a bunch of wins instead of losses for Atlanta. So that's it for me, and I'll see you next time.